Hello, Galaxy. I'm Chris Pirillo. You've tuned into another live edition of the Locker Room Daily Report, TLDR for short, sponsored by StreamYard, as we have been sponsored for the past month or so. The logo is pretty much perma there. If you are interested in using StreamYard, you should sign up. Really easy to do. It's a way that you can do something like this on your own. It doesn't have to be 24/7, mind you, like it is on live.pirillo.com, but still could be something, a tool that you could have at your disposal. They're constantly adding new features, constantly. In fact, one of the new features I'm going to toggle tonight as we go through the news, but I have to warn everybody that I don't know how long tonight is going to last. I've had a headache pretty much the bulk of the day, so it's kind of hard for me to know how long it'll take for me to basically peter out and go, yeah, it's too much. I'm done. So I've taken, what was it, naproxen? I can't remember what it is. I don't take it with caffeine. No caffeine. I'm not sure. I can't remember the name. Nasodium proxen? Does that sound right to everybody? Well, anyway, I took something and it's still not doing it for me. I even took eye drops, and that kind of relieves the headache for a brief bit, but then it goes back to the way it was before. So I don't know if it's stress. I don't know if it's, because trust me, I'm stressed. I don't know if it's allergies, even though I did take an allergy med this morning. I don't know what it is. So that's the news. The news is I may not make it through the broadcast as originally intended. But I was talking about StreamYard and how they're always adding new features. This is a feature that they've just added. No, not a web browser being added from the desktop that I just showed, but now I can make my own layouts. So I never liked how the 7 layout works. Let me get that ticker moving again. The 7 layout here just doesn't look good to me, but I was able to modify the 7 layout to look like this. So now this is the new 7 layout. So as long as we have 7 things going on at once, it'll look like this when we toggle that particular view. This article was something that I found on Slashdot. Amazon opening its low bandwidth, long range Sidewalk network to developers. So this is something that if you have an Amazon product connected to the internet, like let's say a Ring device, it's probably broadcasting a signal. So it's potentially blanketed the globe with sharing your internet connection. The only way that you can opt out of it is to specifically go into your Amazon app and say, yeah, don't have me share on Sidewalk. So if you want to check, I would take the time, if you happen to have an Amazon smart device connected to your network, take the time and turn it off. I mean, you can keep it on if you want, but what they're doing with this network that is, has proliferated, neighborhoods, certainly with the amount of Amazon devices that are connected out there, they're basically unleashing an API to developers so that they can tap into it. Now, they say to ensure user privacy, the coverage maps only show a coverage within a 900 meter by 900 meter square area, FYI. But as you can see, like this is an area of coverage in and around Portland, right? So it's a lot. Like it's blanketed. Like any kind of civilization, population, these connected devices, people that have connected their devices, using Amazon services, are effectively opting in without having opted out of being a part of this. So that's something you have to keep in mind. It's something that they've done, and now they're making it available to other. So right now you're thinking, oh, it's no big deal, but the thing is, they're opening it up to other manufacturers. Amazon says, and I quote, they've rapidly built out a long-range, low-bandwidth network that now covers more than 90% of the U.S. population. It's an open invitation to developers to put to the test. So even if you weren't getting tapped now, even if that wasn't something that was, concerning to you today, it's still something I would look into. Like, especially if you have an Amazon device connected to the network. That could be a big deal. It's there to connect their Internet of Things devices, their IoT. But if you're not aware that it's happening, and you have an Amazon device, and I would wager 90% of the people who have an Amazon device have no idea what's going on. So they're probably not going to do anything. This is a boon for developers, certainly, who are looking for connectivity to that network, right? To tap into something that Amazon has basically baked, Sidewalk. They announced it, of course, in 2019. As a way to basically keep things, rolling, and now have opened it up to other developers, right? And I believe that's what's new. They basically opened it up at this point in time, and that's what this particular webpage reflects. They did also note, if you disable Amazon Sidewalk, will my Sidewalk bridges still work? Yes, they'll continue to work. But disabling them means missing out on Sidewalk's connectivity and location-related benefits. So, FYI, they've got a FAQ. You can dive into it if you need to, if you are curious to know. But as I said, I'm very careful about the devices that I put on the network. Very careful. I don't like having a lot of devices on the network. I mean, if only because of, phantom bandwidth sucking, because you never know what something's going to do. If something doesn't need to be used, it's off. It's disconnected. That's the way I handle things, personally. Now, this is also interesting. I wish CNOOP was here, and Glendon may also have a good feel for it too, but Microsoft's reportedly taking another shot at modernizing its OS with Windows 12. So the idea is they're going to break it up into smaller components, so each device has only the features it needs. So like you're talking about like the Windows, the bare bones Windows system, you have the part. Look at this. Look at this. This is the article. I'm browsing in incognito mode right now. This is I can't do incognito. Like, this is just horrible. Like, I mean, I get it, journalism being supported by ads, but like I feel like I need to go with my regular ad blocker, because I do incognito. So we're gonna now look at the difference between an incognito mode and a regular mode. This is now incognito. A lot cleaner, isn't it? A lot cleaner. So effectively, it sounds like they're taking it a lot more seriously in terms of cleaning up the experience, and basically, as described in the report, Microsoft's approaching the idea with the opposite thought process compared to Windows 10X. So, whereas Windows 10X was to rebuild Windows from the ground up and only add what was necessary, what's new, the core PC project, starts with the full feature set of Windows and tries to break it up into smaller or in a modular design to adapt to a different array of devices. So theoretically, everything is going to be smaller, more nimble. There's going to be state separation to enable faster updates. So that's fantastic to hear about. Windows 12 sounds like it's going to be, one hell of an update. My hope is that the UI will continue to get cleaned up. And I would assume that to be the case. That's been iterative, and we've talked about this at length in the past. Most notable update to note, it'll become easier for system files to be updated without interrupting the usage of the device. That'll make for a faster and more seamless process. It could also improve reliability. Windows 12 purports to be relying more heavily on AI. That should not be a shock to anybody. Hey, Shaycos, good to see you. Spiller18 asks, when they announce it, my parents turn off Sidewalk since they do not want people to use their internet. Well, you should do it now. Turn it off now if you don't want to be tapped now. So Windows 12 on the horizon. I'm glad they're going this way. I hope they continue to refine it. I hope Windows 12 brings with it even more cruft cleanup, because it would make Windows kind of exciting for me again. Because right now, Windows it's Windows. It's fine. It's there. It works. I'm okay with it. But it's not where I would need it to be. It's one of the reasons I choose to use Mac OS. If I have a go-to operating system, that's fine. So it's a day that ends in Y. So guess what? This is gonna blow you away, y'all. This tweet hit my radar. So check this out. This is an app, Genmo AI. What you can ask it to do is like, hey, help me direct a short movie. Snack to the future. It gives you results. And then you can say, hey, great, make me some video clips. And so it breaks down the video clips it's going to make. You add any corrections to it. It generates the actual video clips. Y'all, like I don't think I can make this any bigger, unfortunately, because if I go full screen, will you be able to see it still? Could you see it? Let's see here. Could you see it when I went full screen? I haven't tested this yet. Uh-oh, now I can't get back to it. No, that's not what I want. It minimized. Now I can't get back to it. There, can you see? You can. It's a little jank right now because it's off to the side, but you can see it's generating video clips using AI. And then photos using AI. And you can constantly go through and edit what it is that you're wanting to make, right? So I think you're getting the idea with the zoom in, despite the awkward cropping. This is happening. Like, this isn't pie in the sky. This is services, AI services, start to finish generating a video. Snack to the future. Yeah, it seems like really sloppy right now, but consider that a computer did this, right? It seems very, very basic, very, very generic, right? But as these systems improve and you know, these I guess oversights, these bugs, these glitches improve, things get faster, things get cleaner, things get better. Like, to me, it's just it's incredible, absolutely incredible. I mean, that's like y'all, dude. It's incredible. So this is Genmo.ai. It uses ChatGPT 4 and a stack of other tools, but it's a creative co-pilot. Today, you can it'll help you create and edit images and videos. So this is just, you can upload an image and animate part of it, edit and create photos with natural language. Like, it's just incredible. It's literally the future of creativity. Scary, but so compelling. I can't believe it. I mean, just like, dude, being able to script out something like that and have it generated, as long as you know what it is you want to do and are able to prompt it that way, done. That's just blows me away. Now, speaking of AI, although it's not really quite AI, it is at the same time. There's a paper in Salinas in California that has no reporters left. And this is the way it's going to be for local news moving forward. Like, there's just there's no money in it anymore. Local coverage gone. These newspapers eaten up by major conglomerates and or shut down. We used to have one or two local papers. They both shut down. It was nice, I admit, but they're no longer here. They can no longer afford to stay in business. So the same thing's happening around the world. But AI is only going to exacerbate this and accelerate this. It's not going to slow down. It's not going to stop. This is real. This is happening. And it's going to happen soon. To you, if you haven't felt the impact. Again, do you have a local paper? Are you in a small town? Maybe you don't feel that impact. But the bigger and bigger and bigger that these possibilities get, the more or the higher the likelihood of them impacting you, indirectly maybe, but potentially directly as well. So yeah, this is the state of the world today. And the city's not small, 163,000. But the California newspaper has no reporters left. It's going to become the norm. I don't know, if I was studying to be a journalist, I'd be a little worried. This is something that I feel is long overdue too. Hey, how you doing, Ches Codes? Here, let me swap the article there. Amazon's going to start flagging frequently returned products that you maybe shouldn't buy. So this is great. Because, I mean, there have been times I look at something like, is this garbage? I mean, it looks okay, but it might be trash. Well, it would be nice to know if the item has a frequently returned item tag. That could be a great indicator as to whether or not you are getting garbage. You can skip reading the reviews. Just see if it's been returned. How long has it been around, and has it been returned on a degree of frequency that Amazon we'll be able to suss through. So that's a nice update that's rolling out. Here's a neat one. If you're an iPhone user, this is Perplexity. It's an iPhone app. And basically, it's a gateway to ChatGPT on your phone. So you can get instant answers and cited sources on any topic instantaneously. So it's not just the answer, but it's also you get the resources cited. So this is just blows me away. I mean, it's something that, oh, well, I can go to Wikipedia. Yeah, but it's not going to Wikipedia and looking for information when you just want the high level overview and the sources. This to me could be a Wikipedia killer. At what point do we effectively outsource all of that information, all of that knowledge to computers? How and when? And what happens when we've outsourced everything and everything that we have to research has not been touched by humans? How long? How long is it going to take? And then what happens when it happens? So speaking of, it's I know, y'all, I hope you're not tired of me talking, but I genuinely, because I can't, there's nothing else in the news. I mean, there's a lot in the news, but like nothing is as compelling to me right now as talking about what's happening, just because it's just so exciting. ChatGPT is about to revolutionize the economy. We need to decide what that looks like. That's the thing. It's going to happen. I mean, and this is only underscoring everything that I've already laid out. It changed things suddenly, overnight. But the question, again, who's going to benefit? Who will be left behind? Well, here's who's going to benefit right now. The big companies. And then on the other side of it, we'll be worse off for it. Because the big companies are just going to get bigger. And who's going to get the jobs? For being hired for what? How does that work? How does that look? What do those jobs look like? You know? So yeah, this is something to absolutely be mindful of. This is not just Chicken Little, the sky is falling, the sky is falling. Several people noting it's not just a novelty. What does it look like on the other side? So, to put a finer point on it, the worry is not so much that ChatGPT will lead to large-scale unemployment, as Artur points out. There are plenty of jobs in the U.S., but that companies will replace relatively well-paying white-collar jobs with this new form of automation, sending those workers off to lower-paying service employment, while the few who are best able to exploit the new technology reap all the benefits. You see? Do you hear? Do you understand? This is what I've been warning you about. You know, to sit there and bury your head in the sand, or to claim that I mean, I know I don't have the world listening to everything I say. I don't need that. But I hope people are paying attention. If you get nothing out of it, you need to be paying attention to this. Seriously, sit up, listen, pay attention, because it's coming for you. Even if it's not today, but it's coming from someone who is easily replaced, easily augmented, rapidly. But you know, the theoreticals continue. Superintelligence may or may not be imminent, but there's a lot to be worried about either way. It's just, if I had anything that would keep me up at night, it's AGI or superintelligence. When we've outsourced everything to technology, when we've outsourced everything to AI, especially short term, when we haven't even figured out how to use it. To put a finer point on it, although the AI community often focuses on long-term risk, I'm not alone in worrying about serious, immediate implications. Europol came out yesterday with a report considering some of the criminal possibilities, and it's sobering. So, for example, phishing and online fraud can be created easier, much more authentically, and at significantly increased scale. LLMs, or large language models, can be abused to mislead potential victims into placing their trust in the hands of criminal actors. They may also facilitate terrorist activities. So, we haven't even begun to think about the dangers of what we've unleashed. Maybe humans will not literally be wiped from the earth, but things could get very bad. I mean, they could. They can get really twisted. The rich get richer. The poor get scammed. I mean, rich could get scammed too. It's a problem when we've done this without recognizing the potential huge, like, cliff shortcomings, because that's where we're driving to. So it's exciting, it's fascinating, but it's also nerve-wracking, concerning, precarious, I feel, is another good word to use in this context. Seriously interested in universal basic income, we may not have a choice. If people can't get, people can get jobs, right? Just go get a job. I'm like, yeah, but go work for Starbucks? Well, what if people can't afford coffee anymore? If those jobs that were going, and you were used to a certain salary at some point, and you can no longer get it. I mean, I'm facing that even, after life after Intel. I'm like, I can't, there's no way I can get close to doing what I did there before. So I got to think, what can I do? Hence me doubling down on the idea of doing an event. So I'm going to do it. And then figure out how to, make everything else work, right? I'm still looking for a collaborator on building out that platform. But an event for sure, if only to have these critical conversations around creativity and AI. Those two things, for sure. Glendon's out potentially this week. He's got a friend over. So we may not be hearing from him this week with deals, but you can keep posting them on Discord if you want. There's a new, speaking of deal, there was a new deal in free video, no, not free redeem codes, video games. Alwa's Awakening is currently free on GOG, so you may want to pay attention to that. It'd be good for you to do, because you might as well get free games. It's easy. It's free. Unless, of course, you've got plenty of games. You probably have plenty of games to play. No doubt about that. But, like, these are really games to add to your library because you can. And then, you can't really complain and say, there's nothing to play. I'm like, dude, if you're just constantly adding things to your library, you'll always have something to play. So there's always, and one of the videos that I shot that'll be going up, I think, this week in the YouTube channel, my view in fewer than 2, is specifically how to get video games for free. Which, I don't know if anybody's necessarily going to watch or listen to that, but I feel it was worth. I feel it was worth trying. Today's video, it did well, I'm sure, because not just because of the length, but because of the topic. It was about Apple, so I have a feeling I'm gonna have to double down on Apple stuff, very quick Apple things. Because the other videos that I've done, they don't track as well, even though they're general tech, which is interesting to me because I figured, they track very, very well, and it could also be my thumbnails too. The YouTube TV tracked well enough, and these videos are like only a minute and a half long. So the hope is one thing builds into another, and at least I'm doing something with those tech videos. At least I'm doing something. Trying to get a job in AI? Well, that'd be smart. I should probably learn how to prompt better, because honestly, that's I feel like what would get me further along. Although, like I said, I have a feeling like just doing the event is going to be my thing. The event and the site for creatortech.net. Was it Elon that said you will own nothing and love it? I don't remember. It's possible. It's possible. Wouldn't surprise me. I don't know if we're going to get there, if only because you know, we're if people aren't see, it's an interesting thought exercise, right? If people are not they don't have money, they can't buy things, so there's no point in you know, if you can't buy things, what are things? You can't buy them, you can't afford them. I mean, even now, like, just you know, the idea of buying, like, okay, so I got, this is a 4-pack of the vintage collection troopers that I wanted extras of, and it dropped in price dramatically. It dropped almost in half. So I got these 4 for about 40, and I really only wanted the Elite Squad trooper as a duplicate, but I'll use these in my TikToks. Although I've been brainstorming an alternative name for my Star Wars radar account, and I don't know what to call it. Something, if you've seen the little videos that I've done, they're really silly. They're shorts where I'll take like a Star Wars figure and I'll lip sync along to like somebody saying something else. Here, let me show you here. This is of course shared on shared on Instagram, but can I hear it?
If you think some of my videos are ridiculous, you should see some of my life choices. If you think some of my videos are ridiculous, you should see some of my life choices.
So I'm having fun doing that. I mean, it's kind of like I'm just it's a side thing. It's not a big thing, but I basically signed up for a second account or a different account over on, sorry, it's too bright, TikTok. So currently it doesn't know what to focus on. Star Wars Radar is the account. And I got, since last time I logged in here today or tonight, I'm up to 95 followers now, and I don't yet really understand the YouTube.
He died of natural causes. You pushed him off the roof. Yeah, gravity. It's natural. He died of natural causes. You pushed.
So I got was that a new follow that came in? Oh, that was a new comment that came in. So I've been having fun with that, but I don't know what to call. I don't know what to call that channel. I don't know what to call the brand, but I've been having fun doing these short little videos. Unfortunately, I don't know if it, as much as I'm doing it with Star Wars, I don't know if I want to have Star Wars in the title of my handle, because I don't want to get, you know, confused, because I think that's what happened with Facebook, is which is fine. I wasn't using Facebook for it anyway. I've had the Twitter account Star Wars Radar for a bit, but I feel like it needs to be something else. I feel it needs to be something toys. So I'm trying to think through usernames, alternate usernames for that, like where I can post photos of toys or you know, little short quick clips. Like, so I don't know if I want to call it Toy Play Shop or something. 5 Point Cantina, not bad. I like the word play shop though, because I mean I use that a lot. This is my play shop. 5 Point Cantina. That's not bad. Something short, something pithy. Something memorable, something different, which is going to be almost impossible. And I feel it's toy, play, sync, because I do like lip syncing. But then again, if I post like images, like still images of something, then you know, because I do 3D printing. So this is a toy, right? I'm printing a toy, or I'm buying a toy, or I'm showcasing a toy, or I'm doing a video of a toy. And it just feels like toy fun play. Toy fun play. No, that's a mouthful. Fun play toys. See, the problem is they're so generic. The words are so generic. So I've been trying to ideate today, thinking through what I can rename those handles to that would better fit what it is that they are. Still do Star Wars stuff, clearly. I mean, I'm all about the Star Wars stuff. That's not gonna go away anytime soon. But like something about like showcase, toy showcase. You can actually go to domains.google and brainstorm toy showcase. No. There's an aftermarket. Yeah, and someone's already taken it on, dang it. That could have worked. Toy showcase could have worked. Toy show. Is it toy show? It just seems like it's a tongue twister, right? Toy case. Show toy case. Toy showcase. Toy showcase. Toy show. Toy play case. Toy play case. Play case. Toy play case. Toy play case. No? It might be. Okay. That might not. Okay, that might. Toy play case. Toy play case. Going in my brainstorming pile. This is what you want to know what okay. Toy play case. If you've not heard of Google Domains, you should totally check it out, because they'll give you, like, you can just easily get, like, domain. It makes it very easy. They even give you variations. It's the best place to brainstorm domains. Anyway, that's not a sponsorship, by the way. That's just me telling you, hey, I use Google Domains. So I'm going to be hanging out on live.pirillo.com with everybody, brainstorming usernames around toy play showcase as 2 words. Toy showcase. Well, the problem is the username is taken. Toy showcase is taken on TikTok, and I would need, like, to me, like, TikTok would be, I feel, where it would take off. Because I've even tried on I mean, I gave up basically on YouTube for YouTube Shorts. I was doing fun things, and, like, YouTube did not, the Shorts, for whatever reason, the Shorts algorithm does not, I mean, absolutely does not like this channel or the shorts in it at all, like, at all. So I have a feeling I'm going to have to basically either kill the channel, and this is all Star Wars shorts. But, like, the shorts are doing nothing. Yeah, funny, Dandrak. That's a good one. So yeah, I don't know how else to do it with Toy Showcase, and I don't know if it you know, I'm probably also going to, you know, rename Star Wars Radar too. Although, like I said, I hadn't been doing anything with it because I'm like, I take pictures, but it just wouldn't, you know, Instagram has always been different. So I've been posting, since they're all about the reels, I've been sharing the same reels from TikTok to Instagram. And I just feel like calling it something like that might work. So I'm going to be playing with those handles. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. I survived. My head did not implode that I know of. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you tuning into the live stream, certainly. Maybe help me brainstorm some of those names. And hopefully you're right. If you're not, like check it out. Like, there's my TikTok. I mean, I've got Chris Pirillo on TikTok, and currently Star Wars Radar is the handle for the TikToks that I was showing you. But that's the thing that I'm talking about renaming Star Wars. And, I mean, it's worked well enough. I mean, with virtually no promotion, because, I mean, I don't think anybody here might be interested in the stuff that I was doing, but the floor right now is right around 300, 200, 300, and then it stops. The growth stops. So I don't know how to crack that nut with the algorithm. So I'm trying like 3 a day or so to try to, you know, build that. I just feel, I mean, the handle is the thing that I need to refine now. And I could always use the Star Wars hashtag, whatever hashtag. I haven't seen anybody doing something like this, which could either be good or bad. Good in the sense that no one's doing it, so it's a differentiator. But bad because no one else is doing it. They would have done it by now if it was a good idea. So I'm hoping that it'll be different enough to establish. Then other people, the thing is, then other people will kind of copycat. And I just know it's going to happen. if it works. But the hope is that I could kind of do it and have fun with it. It's stupid. It's silly. It's creative, but it doesn't take that much time, and it's fun, and they end up being kind of funny. Toy funnies, toy comics. Comics, though, there's the correlation of like comic books. Toy strips. Toy flicks. But it's not just video. Toy play. Toy sync play. Sync play toy. I have a feeling it's going to be 3 words. All right, speaking of 3 words, I love you. I appreciate you, but at this point, I'm going to leave you to your own devices. May the force be with you always. We are geeking out 24/7 in this live arcade. Feel free to join us, play a game alongside everyone. In case 01 may be paused at the moment, but here we go. I'll see you over at live.pirillo.com. See you later. Wait a minute. Didn't I? Hang on, it was recording. Did I? Oh, there.